I've had a lot of weird experiences in my life. One of the first ones was freshman year of college when these very tiny women posing as international students spoke to the class. The teacher later told me they weren't international students and they had no idea who those women actually were, but they were asking the students if anyone had family overseas and if they worked for the government. I raised my hand but said he didn't work for the government as he was a missionary in Venezuela. But she started asking questions saying some things that seemed scriptural or something. And the teacher kicked her out. But before she did, I said, like he's Republican and like they use it to justify slavery or racism or, not mixing races, anything they want, bigotry towards homosexuals. Like they will use it any way they want, but their faith is indeed genuine. And later, when he got kicked out of Venezuela, being accused of capitalist propaganda, he told me at Christmas dinner that not only did not Black Lives Matter, because and again I didn't bring that up. They just had noticed my news feed and was mad that I called black people and said it's like this. Everybody in the world redistributed the wealth. In 100 years, the rich would have their money back. The same people would have their money back because they're just harder workers. Trump lost $1 billion fucking dollars, you ignorant fuck, and he's never made any. So that is a lie. That's statistically a lie, and it's scripturally, godless. So I believe these people worship their own gut bigotry and not the God of Abraham. Moving on. Um, Another weird instance would be when a friend told me that some old guy had him in a house and come do something he didn't want to do. So I drove over there. It turned out to be military or something like it. And he had to go to Iraq a year for taking something wrong, another year for telling me. And said he was gay and that then they discriminate against gay people and he's like, oh, then he just goes to jail or whatever. And I flipped out on him, and then a year or two later Donald Trump tell her to get repealed. And I don't know, they've always let me down somewhat, but I've always understood people in our government and they haven't been evil until I met, well, not really our government, but this woman in 2013. I was a server at Cracker Barrel, and she was the hostess, and she was talking about the deep state and the fake news. And she said Trump was running and picking pence, and knew that my town of Oxford would do a trans ban in 2016, and wanted a Charlottesville type situation. Told me that youth minister, my former youth minister in the City Council, that would do the ban was deep state and be standing in the middle of my street all alone to prove it. And it was really weird that scenario ended up happening, but I had determined their motives, and I think they even started threatening me, like, oh, you do it or we'll come after you. I'm like, what? Like, you people are crazy. Why are you even talking to these people online? Because she did seem horrified sometimes when she'd read the responses like it wouldn't be what she expected. And it had been almost a year. Well, not that long, but a few months. Yeah, half a year. And I don't know. It was ended up, she said, yeah, there's other avenues. There's something I like her for people online that she wouldn't stop talking to and was trying to write me into is like Nielsen data. And they knew they were picking Roy Moore. No, well, yeah, Roy Moore was running, so was Luther Strange. Want to know my opinion between them two. Then want to know my opinion of Doug Jones. Then that showed me a Jones's gay son and asked me if I'd ever seen him on Grinder. And they knew 9/11 helped Bush, and that started worrying me. So I asked them if they had any 9/11 type plans to help Trump. And I don't know, she said her plans were global. So I think something overseas like that, right after touching the glowing orb, that thing happened. And so, when he took that picture with the Saudi king. And what else happened? Um, there was a big one. I just lost it. But yeah, the deep state would always seem to be people against Trump, like this wasn't conspiracy theories connecting the dots. This was for brain damage tabloid trash. And I even acknowledged that it was National Enquirer BS and asked her why. Like it seemed almost like a Nigerian scheme. It was over the top. It was Pizzagate type scenarios. And again, their objective only seemed to be division and hate. And I did say it sounded like Eastern propaganda towards the end of it all. And then she admitted it was Russia and wanted me to believe they were our friend, when really it was a far more corrupt, deep state. And the white supremacists are mad that black people still getting killed at a larger rate, but it's being questioned. So they're very mad. And a black president made them extremely mad. And this was, ripe fruit for GRU officials. They it's fertile ground. We're divided on just the most ignorant politics because the Confederates, or whatever 1% who've been funding this ignorant lies to deny, say no. Everybody that studies science all of a sudden worships the devil or something. So, global warming isn't real. Oh, everybody being born gay, can tell you gay by 12. Oh, but that's not birth. No, that's just again fundamentalist, lobbying. It's not reality. It's just a large entity trying to influence or hurt the minority. And that's what really pissed me off about the evangelicals when I asked them about gay rights and stuff. Not only did they say stuff like, oh, well, Iran, they just killed the gays. Like you could say, oh, ISIS, they just killed the Christians. Is that really a productive thing? And what's the intent of that being the response? Anyways, that is the white nationalist, white narrative, white supremacist framework that the conservatives have constantly done. And it's why Alabama taxes groceries and only is one of the few states to do so, because it affects the poor. The rich are always seen as victims here. People in my family were poisoned by Monsanto, and they were like, "Oh, but no, I'd never take the rich man's money, and that's what a black person do," or something like that. Same with the government. Like Trump can claim $1 billion in losses, and they're just applaud it. But God forbid somebody that needs to eat get a box of food. Like this is a trash society, and it is Alabama, and it is of their own making, and it is made by their sins. It blinds them from their ignorances that they will not climb over because their sins feel so much better and they're immature and they like to yoke together and reinforce one another's trash beliefs. And it's never actually questioned in an objective setting like court or a classroom. Like, I love those kind of places because reality actually means something versus this Kool-Aid trash that follows Trump. And but yeah, besides there's a lot of weird instances, but that's all for now. But their plans was basically to create trolls, division, fear, misinformation, distrust the media, and active shooters. They wanted that. They wanted lone wolves. They wanted control national narratives. They wanted to control the timing of it for the benefit of Trump, much like everything else. And they did active measures on American citizens.